taking the suggestions of the audience today. And if everybody feels, if a good majority feels, we will take these sessions further into the next level as Ashni will decide. And I welcome all of you all, each and every one. Of course, the audience is still joining, but I think the people who have joined before 5 need to be at an advantage. And so I would like to welcome all of you all. I would like to introduce Matushri Manibai Shivji Devji, KVO Kanya Keroni Fund, to all of you all today being the last day of this particular session. Uh, KVO Sthanapasi Jain Mahajan, many young students are there today, and children may not have heard this name also. So KVO Sthanapasi Mahajan, which is the parent body of this KVO community. Under the aegis of this, we have Matushri Manibai, Shivji Devji, KVO, Kanya Keroni.
Ma'am, just a second. Sorry to disturb you. Your voice is cracking because I think somebody is unmuted. It's fine. The voice stopped now. It's okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, the Matushri Manibai Shivji Devji KVO Kanya Keroni Fund basically facilitates education and careers, and it basically provides guidance to youth and to children for higher education in different streams, its prospects, its opportunities, the challenges, and definitely helps you to meet many professionals in the various fields. We do conduct career seminars, we do conduct day with professionals. Some we do it by ourselves, and some programs we do it along with other KVO organizations. Besides this, we do give educational loans, interest-free loans to a lot of girl students. Mainly it is for girls. So the funding process is happening only for girl students for higher education from the 11th standard onwards. So any student who is over here, anytime in future, if you require any help, remember Matushri Manibai Shivji Devji KVO Kanya Keroni Fund for supporting your education. We also support international education under the project name of Premila Bain, Lakshmi Chand Kumarji Nanji, Kenya. They have instituted a project whereby we support international education. So we give interest-free loan for that too. And many students have taken benefit. We also appreciate and acknowledge the girl students who are doing very well in academics and co-curricular. And so we have our own process of evaluation, and we call this as the BCS MA Merit Award. Ashni is one of the recipient of that award. She's a topper in that. We congratulate her for that, and also wish that in future, whenever you reach that age or you are of that stage, you can also apply for the BCSMA award, which has been instituted by the founder trustees. We're very happy for that. And their vision is that no daughter should remain devoid of education because of lack of guidance, because of lack of funds. And that's the purpose of this whole organization. And one very important project is the Prince Merit Award, which is Kalabin Mahendra Chheda Merit Award, which is for securing admission in higher education into the best of institutes and best of universities, which are renowned in the country, India, and internationally, globally. So anytime any one of y'all secure any good admission, remember, it's not only for securing, but it is for continuous education in that institution. So there are certain terms and conditions, but if you qualify that, every year there are students who have been taking this scholarship for continuous 3 years, 4 years. So Matushri Manibai Shivji Devji Kanya Keroni Fund conducts several programs of repute, training programs in Mumbai and the suburbs. We've conducted a lot of programs during this lockdown period, and you can access most of them through the YouTube videos which are there on the YouTube channel, youtube.com/MMSDKKF. Y'all have been visiting it and y'all must have seen them. So do approach other videos also. Take the benefit whenever you have free time. You may hear a student performer. Ashni was one of them. Several students have been there, tips from champions, tips from toppers. Then we have Apna Time Aayega. Those of you who want to become entrepreneurs, maybe in language or anything else, you can listen to that too. Then we have training programs in digital marketing, e-commerce, then Lakshya, which is an entrepreneurship program, and so on and so forth. Not taking much time. I think I was also waiting to hit the target of 200, and I've been watching the uh, people who have been coming in. Ashni, your lessons have been so useful. They have been so helpful that I've been getting messages even offline, and I didn't want anyone to miss your even 1 second of your teaching, and therefore we waited enough. I think I've taken time for Matushri Manibai introduction, myself, Dr. Ila Dedia. For those of you who do not know, we have many other members also from the trust, office bearers and trustees and committee members who are also part of these programs. I don't know whether they are there right now. I welcome all of you all. I welcome also the members who are here, who have missed certain sessions and who have come in. Welcome to all of you all. And off to Ashni, wish you all the best. Your 2-hour journey starts from now.
Thank you so much. Ma'am, just before I start, if you could disable the chat option.
Yes, I will do that right away.
Yeah.
And we will, maybe after your session, at the end of your session, when you want to open it, you let me know.
Yeah, perfect.
And people have appreciated the smooth flow of the session when the chat is off.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and
It becomes easier.
And I would also request everyone to put your videos off, because what happens is during the learning process, let them be off. During the question answer, you can keep it on. We can all see each other there. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Okay, good evening, everyone. Bonjour et bienvenue. Today, we have the third session and the last session of Basic French. I hope you all got time to revise grammar a bit. I hope everybody practiced a little bit here and there and you are in touch with the language, because if you have done that, it is going to be very useful today. So let's not waste any more time and we can start. So our first topic for today is adjectives. Everybody knows adjectives are describing words. Like in English, maybe I can say big, small, good, bad, tiny, beautiful, ugly. All of these are adjectives. Same way, French also has adjectives which are very useful because you will be able to make longer and more creative sentences when you use those adjectives. So today we'll be looking at a few of them, maybe 15 to 20 adjectives. First and foremost, in French, the adjectives have to agree with the noun. I'm repeating. In French, the adjectives have to agree with the noun. Now, what does that mean? By saying that, I mean that if a noun is feminine, for example, Rita, if I'm describing Rita, Rita is a girl. So the adjective will also be feminine. If I am describing a boy, for example, Rahul, Rahul is a boy, he is masculine. So the adjective will also be masculine. Same way, if I am describing 50 students together, for example. So 50 students turn to plural, not singular, correct? So there is a different word for plural also. There will be a different adjective for plural nouns. So I hope you get the gist. So what happens is for one single adjective also, there are 4 forms. Masculine singular, feminine singular, masculine plural, feminine plural. Now you might think for one adjective, I have to by heart 4 different names. It will be so difficult. Nothing of that sort. Don't worry, because most of the regular adjectives or the basic adjectives which you all need to know follow a definite pattern. Now, what is the definite pattern? To make any adjective, please note, please pay attention. To convert any adjective into feminine, we add the letter E. To convert any adjective into feminine, we add the letter E to that adjective. Okay. Same way, If you want to convert any adjective into plural, we add the letter S. Easy enough? I'm just giving you an example now, so it becomes easier. Just give me a second, I'll share my screen. Adjectives, examples. So let's look at a very common adjective, grand. Grand means tall. Now, for this particular adjective, how to make it masculine, feminine, singular, plural, I will teach you. The masculine singular form is, of course, grand. The last letter is not pronounced, so it becomes grand. Feminine singular, grand, with E. Grand. 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 Now, if I want to make it masculine plural, it becomes grand. S is not pronounced, so it is grand. You just write it down. And same way, if I want to make it feminine plural, grand. So for making it masculine plural, you take the masculine singular form and add S. And for making it feminine plural, you take the feminine singular form and add S. If you see in English, it is pronounced as grand, but here it is grand. Please pay attention to the pronunciations. So as simple as this is how you can convert an adjective into masculine, feminine, singular, plural. Note, very important note, this pattern is for the regular adjectives. Of course, there are some exceptions. We are going to go through one or two exceptions today. But apart from that also, you might find some adjectives, exceptional ones, when you practice the language ahead, which is okay. Slowly, you will get a gist of it. So if everybody is clear with the formation, I will move to the next part, that is a list of adjectives. And before that, I'll show you some notes. Just give me a minute. I am changing my screen. Yeah. Les adjectives. Now, this is entirely the same thing which we just discussed, but it is written down. In French, adjectives agree with the noun it qualifies. Adjective always has to agree with the noun, like we just discussed. Manuel. Manuel is name of a boy. Manuel A. Grand. Now I want everybody to try and remember where did we come across this word, A, and what does it mean. Try and think. We came across this word in the last class. I hope many of you all have guessed. It means is. So the sentence means Manuel is tall. Now because Manuel is singular and masculine, adjective grand is written in this spelling. Now if you look at the second sentence, Manuel A. Anish. Now there are two boys. So they become they become the plural form. We learn the plural form of is also. Ethera table, if you don't remember, it is the ethera table. Saw. Saw was the ILS form. So Manuel A. Anish saw Grond. Grond with S. Why is the S added? Because now there are two boys and it becomes plural. Now, how is feminine form? As we discussed, feminine is formed by adding E to the masculine form. Caroline A. Grond. Carolyn is tall. Only we have added a E. Now note, there is a note. If the masculine form of the adjective already has E, if the masculine spelling of the adjective already has E, we don't add an extra E. Like an example given here, sympathetic. In the masculine singular form only, the spelling of sympathetic has E. So while making it feminine, we don't add an extra E. It remains the same. Okay, and sympathetic means kind. You will look at the meanings of all the adjectives just in a few minutes. Same way for plural. If the masculine singular form already has S, the plural does not take an additional S. If you see this point, it does not take another S if it is already ending with S. For example, ill-ate grows. The spelling of grows, this is a spelling in masculine singular form. So already it has S. While making it plural, you will not add another S. It remains the same. And I missed this point. So how do you make plural? That also we have discussed. Plural is formed by adding S to the singular form. Ils sont grands, elles sont grandes. So what have they done? They have taken the masculine singular form or feminine singular form and then added extra S. I hope everyone is clear with this much. I will just repeat that adjectives agree with the noun, which means that if the noun is masculine singular, the adjective will also be masculine singular. If the noun is feminine singular, the adjective will be feminine singular. And if the noun is plural, the adjective will also be plural. And how do we generally change its form? To make a noun feminine, we add E, and to make a noun plural, we add S. And again, there were two small notes. First note told us that if the masculine form of an adjective already has if a masculine form of an adjective, singular form, already has E, for example, sympathy, then you don't add an extra E in the feminine form. And same way, if the singular form already has S, you don't add an extra S in the plural form. I hope everyone is clear with these rules. I'm going to send these forward so it will be easier. Now let's look at this table. I think I should try and zoom it a bit. Give me a minute. I'm so sorry. Yeah. So this table has plenty of adjectives in its masculine singular, masculine plural, feminine singular, and feminine plural form along with the meaning. So let's go through all the words one by one. The first one, and please, your main focus should be listening to the pronunciations and the spellings. The first one is Pati. The T is not pronounced. Pati. Pati means small. For plural, masculine plural, it becomes Patit. S is added. For feminine singular, it becomes Patit. E is added. And for feminine plural, it becomes Patit. ES is added. E from feminine and S from plural. If you see, the three columns, second, third, and fourth column are pronounced in the same way. Only the first one was pronounced a little differently. Repeating the pronunciation, Pati, Patit, Patit, and Patit. Now, I will not be mentioning masculine singular, masculine plural again and again, but I will make sure that my cursor is on the word that I am pronouncing. Our second word is grand, grand, and grand means big. Now let us look at the different forms of grand, which means big or tall. Grand, 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 grand. In the second, third, and fourth, the D is pronounced. Third one is jolie. Jolie means pretty or handsome. Handsome in case of boys, pretty in case of girls. So let's look at the four forms. Jolie, 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 jolie. If you notice, all the four are pronounced in the same way. The only difference here is in the writing, spelling. Pronunciation is same in all four. And don't worry, I will be going through the entire table once more. Right now, I'll be completing it once. Next one is lead. Let's look at this. Here also, Three are pronounced in the same way. First one is lead, lead, lead. It means ugly. After that, intelligent, which is pronounced as intelligent. Repeating once more, intelligent, intelligent. I hope you all are following our practice of repeating after me. Now, let's look at the four forms. Intelligent, 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 intelligent. Okay. After that, the next one. If you see the spelling, the spelling says mince, mince, but the pronunciation is very different. The pronunciation is mass, 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 and mass. Same pronunciation for all the four, mass. Now let's look at the next one. This word we considered in the notes above, that extra E is not added when there is one E. Let's look at the pronunciation of kind. Sympathic. Sympathic. Now let's look at the four forms. Sympathic, 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 sympathic. All four are pronounced in the same way. Difference is only in the spelling. Now let's look at the next one, which is bon or good. This is a small exception. If you see the feminine singular form, we add extra N also. So this is a little irregular exception where we add extra N and E. Okay, in the feminine singular, instead of adding only E, we add N. And then in plural, we just add ES. Let's go through it now. Bon. Masculine singular is called bon. Masculine plural, bon. Feminine singular, bon. Feminine plural, bon. Okay. Moving ahead to this one. What is bad called? Bad is called mauvais. Mauvais. Here it already has S. So in the masculine plural form, we have not added another S. Mauvais. Mauvais. Now look at the feminine singular. Mauvaise. Mauvaise. And feminine plural is mauvaise. Here we add an extra S because our feminine singular was not ending in S. It was ending in E. Okay. Now the next one. Next one is also an exception. It is very different from the others. Beautiful. How is beautiful called in masculine singular? Beau. 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 In masculine plural, also pronounced as the same, beau. 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 But here, there is one difference that instead of adding S, we have to add X. Okay? Beau, beau. Now look at the feminine singular. Feminine singular is totally different from the normal word. It is belle. 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 And feminine plural is belle. Belle. Repeating this line once more. Beau. Beau. Belle. bell. This was a very different adjective. So please, when you get the sheet, make sure that you mark this. After this, what is the word for fat? Fat is called grow. Grow. And if you see masculine plural, there is no change because masculine singular is already ending with S. Grow. Now let's look at the feminine singular. Feminine singular again is a little different here. Gross. Gross. And feminine plural, you add the S, so it becomes gross. Gross. If you see, many words are pronounced in the same way, but the only tiny difference is in its spelling. So what we have to focus on is spellings. Now let's look at happy. How is happy pronounced? Content. Content. If you add S, it becomes content. Content. Feminine singular, content. And feminine plural also, content. Let's look at the last one now. How is unhappy pronounced? Mécontent. Mécontent. Plural is mécontent. Feminine singular is again mécontent. And feminine plural, mécontent. Okay? So, a minute, go through all the words. And I will read everything once more after that. Okay, let's pronounce it once more. Now, this time I will be only reading out each word in French. You have to read after me. Petit, petite, petite, petite. Grand, grande, grande, grande. Jolie, 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 jolie. Laide, 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 laide. Intelligent, intelligente, intelligente, intelligent. Next one. Mass, 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 mass. Sympathique, 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 sympathique. Next, bon, 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 bon. mauvais, mauvais, mauvaise, mauvaise, beau, beau, belle, belle, gros, gros, grosse, grosse, content, 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 mécontent, 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 mécontent. So in most of the cases, second, third, and fourth are pronounced in the same way, and the first is pronounced a slight differently. I hope everybody is clear with this much. Don't worry, in case you have any pronunciations doubt, as usual, we'll be having audios or maybe a recorded version of the session. Okay. After this, after learning so many adjectives, of course, we want to use it in sentences. Only then we can practice. So let's put these into some sentences. Sentences. Now we are going to revise yesterday's grammar also. So let's see how much you remember. First example. Je suis belle. It means I am pretty or beautiful. Now this word belle, belle indicates that we are talking about a girl. If it would have been a boy, then which word would we use? We would use beau. Je suis belle means I am beautiful. Where does this "suis" come from? It comes from yesterday's table, être table. Let's look at another one. Tu es grand. Tu es grand means you are tall. Now the grand does not have E. It means that the person that we are talking about is masculine, not feminine. Third one. Il est petit. He is short or small. I'll be repeating the pronunciations of all the sentences, don't worry. Huh? Elle est intelligente. She is intelligent. Intelligent has E this time. Why? Because L is feminine. If you see here, we are using the être table. Je suis, tu es, il est, elle est. After that, what should be the next one? Guess what should be the next one? En, one. En et, what word should we use? Okay, joli. One is handsome. Next, nous sommes, which means we are. Now, when we are talking about nous, the adjective will automatically have extra S because our noun is plural. Our pronoun is plural. What will we use now? Nous sommes contents. Nous sommes contents. Let's take only S. We are happy. What was the etra form of woo? Try to remember, try to repeat before I write it down here. It was et. Woo's et. There's also a mark accent on E, but laptop does not have that accent, so I cannot put it right now, but there is an accent on this E. So I am just underlining it right now. Woo's et. What will we take now? You are born. Okay. Woo's et born. Which means you all are good. Let's move ahead. Il. ILS form, which is plural. Il. What should be the etra with il? Try to guess and then I will write. Il sont intelligents. Ils sont intelligents. They are intelligent. And last one, let's take one more. Elles sont. Elles sont, what will we take? Mauvais. I have put E also and S also, indicating that the noun or the pronoun is feminine plural. They are bad. Now, one thing you should know and remember that I can substitute ill with name of any person. Ram a pati, Rohan a pati, anything. Same way, I can substitute L with name of any girl. L was for boys and L was for girl. Okay. I'm repeating all the pronunciations once more. Let's go through it. Je suis belle. Je suis beau. Je suis belle. Je suis beau. Second one. Tu es grand. Tu es grand. Third one. Il est petit. Il est petit. Next. Elle est intelligent. Elle est intelligente. Fifth one. On est joli. On est joli. Sixth one. Nous sommes contents. Nous sommes contents. Seventh one. Vous êtes bon. Vous êtes bon. Eighth one. Ils sont. There was a spelling error here. I'm so sorry. Ils sont intelligents. Ils sont intelligents. And the last one, elles sont mauvaises. Elles sont mauvaises. I hope everyone is clear with all these examples. It has given you more perspective. Now, if you look with these words and with these adjectives, you can make nearly 100 sentences, which is a lot. A lot. Now, let's move to another part of the adjectives, which is position of an adjective. Position of an adjective. I'm stopping the screen share for now. Okay. So what I mean by position of adjectives is that in French, most of the adjectives go after the noun. For example, if you want to say a red car is called voiture, voiture, and red is called rouge, rouge. Car is called voiture and red is called rouge. So if you want to say red car, you will not say rouge voiture. You do it ulta. Voiture, rouge. So what I mean to say here is most of the adjectives come after the noun. Let's take an example which we took in the previous class. Stilo. What was a stilo? Try to remember. A stilo. Stilo was a pen. So if I want to say a small pen, a small pen. What is the adjective for small? We just learned patti. So how will I write this? I will write this as a stilo patti. A stilo patti. The adjective will come after my noun. I hope you understand. Same way, one more example. What will we take? Gom. Try to remember what was a gom. Yun gom. An eraser. If I want to say a big eraser. So how will I say that? Yun. I request, please keep your screen sharing off. Yun gom grand. Even if it does not make sense in English, it becomes ulta, but in French you are supposed to write it like that. Yun gom rouge. I need everyone to stop screen sharing because I have to do it. If you keep sharing the screen, you are disturbing the entire class. Okay. So now I'm giving you some examples for position of adjectives. Position of adjectives. Let's look at first one, which we discussed. I'm writing the same thing down that we just discussed. A stilo a stilo patti. It means a small pen. Second one, yun gom gron. A big eraser. Even if it looks different in English, you are supposed to write it like this. Adjective follows the noun. Adjective comes after the noun. Okay. No, actually, let's put colors here. Colors are easier. A stilo rouge. Okay. So this is a general rule that is followed. But again, as always, there are exceptions, which I'm going to teach you in a few minutes. Let's take another example. Yun, calm, intelligent. It means an intelligent woman. An intelligent woman. Okay? I hope it's clear. So this is what happens generally in most of the adjectives, that the adjective comes after the noun. But again, as I told you, there are exceptions for everything. So here also we have some exceptions. There are few words which always come before the noun. not after the noun but before the noun. This will be a part of advanced French. Don't worry, you don't have to worry about it right now. Okay. Now let me move to the final part of adjectives, that is colors. Colors are also adjectives, we all know that. So I'm moving to colors now. Just give me a second, I'll share my screen. I'm sharing a list of adjectives with you, adjectives which come before the noun and adjectives which come after the noun, so that you don't have to remember it every time. Okay, let's move to colors. Colors again are adjectives, so as we discussed previously, they will also change according to number and gender. You add E to make it feminine, you add S to make it plural. And the same exceptions also, that if the word already has E in its masculine form, you don't add additional E. Same way, if it already has S in its plural form, you don't add additional S. So let's look at names of different colors now. First one, red. Red is called rouge. 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 Next is yellow. Yellow is called jaune. 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 Third, blue. Blue is called bleu. Bleu. Wherever the feminine changes, they have mentioned the feminine one also, but plural they have not mentioned here, which means you just have to add S. Okay. Green is vert. 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 Orange is called orange. 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 Now I want everybody, when you get this sheet, do a star mark on the color orange. Star. Mark a star on orange. Why? Because orange is one such adjective which does not change at all. Orange does not change in number or gender anytime. In plural also the spelling will be same. In feminine also the spelling will be same. No changes. I'm repeating. Orange is an exception. Orange is an exception. It does not change at all in any time. And one more exception that we have is marron. Repeat. Marron. Marron. Marron also remains the same when the noun is masculine, feminine, singular, plural. No changes. It remains the same. Coming back up, what is white called? White is called blanc. 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 And its feminine form is a little different. It takes HE instead of only E. So it is blanche. Feminine is blanche. Blanche. Let's move to the next one. Black. Black is noir. 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 Moving forward, grey. Grey is called gris. 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 Marron we already discussed. Brown is called marron, which does not change at all. Marron. Marron. Let's look at pink now. Pink is called rose. 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 And the last one, purple. Purple is called voile. Voile and voilette. Voile, voilette. Let's repeat all the words once more. Rouge, jaune, bleu, vert, orange, blanc, its feminine is blanche, noir, gris, its feminine is gris, marron, rose, voile, voilette. Now let's try to make a few bigger sentences with these adjectives that we just learned. Okay. I want everyone to try and translate this sentence in your minds. We have done all the words that are here. We have done all the words that are here. I'm giving the answer now. I have. J'ai was avoir, the verb avoir. I have a pink eraser. What is vous avez? Try to remember. This is also from avoir. Vous avez is you all have. You in the formal form. You all have a voiture is a new word. Voiture. Voiture. You all have a green car. Voiture means car. You all have a green car. What is L? L-A. Try to remember. L-A means she has. All these are avoir. We are revising avoir with this. Avoir is a verb which means to have. She has a. Now I have another new word here. Sha. Repeat. Sha. Sha. Sha means cat. So she has a black cat. I tried to give you new words here so that your vocabulary increases and you learn some new things. Okay? Elle a un chat noir. She has a black cat. Let's try one more thing. Here there are new words. Maison. Repeat. Maison. Maison means house. And if you see here, I have put the adjective before the noun in this case. I have put the adjective before the noun in this case. Why? Because pati is one of the adjective which comes before the noun. Pati will not come after the noun, it will come before the noun. I'll just bold it for you. Don't worry, I'm sending you a list which will have everything written on which noun comes, which adjective comes before the noun, and the others remaining come after the noun. Nous avons, we have, une petite maison, a small house. Maison. Maison is house. So let's just go through all these examples once more. Un stylo rouge. Un stylo rouge. Une femme. If you see the spelling is femme, but I'm pronouncing it femme. Une femme intelligente. Une femme intelligente. Third one. J'ai une gomme rose. J'ai une gomme rose. Fourth one now. Vous avez une voiture verte. Vous avez une voiture verte. Fifth one. Elle a un chat noir. Elle a un chat noir. And the sixth one and the last one. Nous avons une petite maison. That's it. So just a hint for everybody. Of course, I'm sending you the sheet, but a hint on how to remember which words go before the noun and which words go after the noun. So any nationality, listen to me carefully. Any nationality or any color or any adjective which is big in size, in the spelling I mean, like intelligent or sympathetic, mauvais, all of that. Any adjective that is big in size, is a color, or is a nationality will always go after the noun. Will always go after the noun. Okay? And the tiny, tiny adjectives in spelling can go before the noun. This is a hack that you can use if you are stuck somewhere and you have to immediately decide where to put what. Okay, that's all about this. That's all about adjectives. Now let's move to the last part, describing yourself and others. So first, let's learn how will you describe yourself, or how will you say, my name is so and so, I am this years old, etc. So we already know how to say my name is. It's given here. Je m'appelle. Je m'appelle. And then you can fill in the blank with your name. It means my name is dash. Let's look at the second line. J'ai. J'ai dash on. I am dash years old. J dash O. Let's look at the third line now. J'habite à Mumbai. J'habite à Mumbai means I live in Mumbai. You can write name of any city here. Please note a city. You cannot use India here because the formation that I have given you is only for cities. Now the next sentence. Next sentence is a new one. Please pay attention. Je suis. What is je suis? Try and remember. Je suis. I am. Now there are two words here. And they are. All the boys will repeat this. And they are. And girls will say. And the end. It means Indian. I am Indian. Je suis. And they are. This is for boys. And je suis. And the end. This is for girls. Okay. Repeating once more. Je suis. And they are for boys. Je suis. And the end for girls. Now let's look at the next line. This line is according to the adjectives that we just learned. If you want to describe yourself, you can choose any adjective of your choice. I have just randomly written down 4 adjectives. Okay, you can use any of your choice. Je suis grande, je suis belle, je suis jolie, je suis intelligent. So if you see, all these 4 are in feminine form. Make sure, boys especially pay attention that all the 4 are written in the feminine form. If a boy is writing this, you will have to change it into masculine. Okay. And you can write any adjective that you like. Petit, grand, joli, intelligent, content, anything that describes you the best. And you can make 2 to 3 sentences about your qualities. Repeating the sentence again. Je suis grande, belle, jolie, intelligent. Of course, these are just only few ideas, 4 ideas. You can write any adjective that you like. Only make sure that boys, you don't write it in feminine form. You will write it in masculine form. Now let's look at the last line. Last line is a little different. J'aime. Repeat after me. J'aime. 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 J'aime means I like. If you remember, we did a list of words. M is there in that conjugation. It is a regular ER verb. I like. I like, and then here it can be a blank where you can fill in with the activities that you like to do. I am giving you 3 examples, 3 different activities. J'aime lire. Repeat, lire. Lire. Lire means to read. So the first sentence can be j'aime lire. J'aime lire. I like to read. J'aime lire. Let's look at the second word. Danser. Repeat after me. Danser. Danser. It means I like to dance. I like to. J'aime danser means I like to dance. I like to dance. And last word is Chante. 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 Which means to sing. To sing. So the sentence will mean j'aime chanter. I like to sing. Clear, everyone? J'aime lire. J'aime danser. J'aime chanter. Now again, here what you can do is, except for these three words, if you like something else, you have a list of verbs if you remember, ER verbs, IR verbs and RE verbs. You can choose any verb from that list and insert it here. Instead of lire, danser and chanter, you can add anything else. I hope I'm clear. Now let me give you an introduction for myself so you will understand how you are supposed to tell it. You will say, bonjour, je m'appelle Ashni, j'ai 21 ans. 21 means 21. J'habite à Mumbai. Je suis indienne. Je suis grande. Je suis intelligente. J'aime lire. J'aime danser. J'aime chanter. So this is how I would introduce myself. It can vary for you, the adjectives, age, name, and your likes can of course vary, and you can make a myself for your individual personality. I hope this much is clear. I'm just repeating the pronunciation of the entire paragraph once more. Be with me, repeat after me. Je m'appelle. J'ai dash en. J'habite à Mumbai. Je suis indien for boys and indienne for girls. Je suis grande, belle, jolie, intelligente. Of course, you can change the adjective. And the last line, j'aime lire, danser, chanter. So that's all for describing yourself if you want to speak about yourself. Now, the same way, if I want to describe others, which subject pronoun should I use? Everybody just guess. It's okay that you cannot type it to me, but you can guess the answer in your mind. If I want to talk about a third person, somebody else, which subject pronoun will I use? Think about it. You will use ill, I-L, ill, when it is a masculine person, and you will use L, E-double-L-E, when you are talking about somebody feminine. Okay? So you will use ill and L form of the verbs. The verbs that we used, être and avoir, which form will you use? Ill and L. Let's look at it. Everywhere I have written ill and L both, ill/L. So right now I'm just going to say ill, otherwise the sentence will not make sense. So I'll just say one time ill and make it easier. Il s'appelle. Il s'appelle. Il s'appelle. Il s'appelle means his name is. Il s'appelle means his name is. Second line, il a dash en. He is dash years old. Il a dash en. He is dash years old. Next line. Il habite à Mumbai. He lives in Mumbai. Il habite à Mumbai. He lives in Mumbai. Il est India. So now here there are no two options. If we are talking about il, of course we will use the word India. Il est India. He is Indian. Il est. Now look, here is a bit complicated part. All the adjectives are written in feminine form. All the adjectives are written in feminine form, but please, whenever you are writing it for masculine, you will remove the E or change it into masculine as it suits you. So it will become il est grand, beau, joli, or intelligent, all the masculine adjectives. Here, just for example, I have written down feminine. And the last line, il aime lire. Il aime lire, danser, chanter. He likes to read or dance or sing. So if you see, the overall formation is the same, like myself. What changes have we made is, instead of writing je everywhere, we make it il or el. And because of changing that, the conjugation of the verbs also change a bit here and there. Now let's repeat the whole thing again in L form, in the feminine form. Okay? Elle s'appelle dash. Elle s'appelle dash. Elle a dash en. Elle a dash en. She is dash years old. Elle habite à Mumbai. She lives in Mumbai. Elle est Indian. She is Indian. Elle est grande, belle, jolie or intelligent. She is tall, pretty, beautiful or intelligent. And the last line. Elle aime lire, danser, chanter. She likes to read, dance or sing. Okay. So now in this way, you can make so many conversations. You can write about so many people using this small sample. One thing which you must keep in mind is, if the word or the person you are describing is masculine, you use the masculine adjectives. If the person you are describing is feminine, you use the feminine ones. One homework I would like to give you all today is, after the class ends, please try to write a myself. Describe yourself, and maybe you can post it on the group after the group is open for comments and chat, so that we can also know how much you have learned. You can write it down in the group so I can see how well you have learned to describe. yourself. Okay. So with this, we are done with almost everything, but we still have some time. So I think we can do a little more numbers. We were supposed to do only till 20, but there's time, so why not? We can complete till 50. I think this was a request also that if more numbers could be done, so that request will also be fulfilled and we can do it.
Yeah, surely.
Yeah. We had done till 20, so I'm starting from 21 right now. From 21, your job is easier. Your task is simplified because the numbers become easy. Now, how does it become easy? If you see, after 21, you just have to add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to 20. Like if you see VAN, VAN means 20. So how do you say 21? VAN, A, 20 and 1 is 21. Same way, if you have to say 22, you say VAN, the 20 plus 2. VAN, the 23 is VAN, trua. VAN, trua. 24 is VAN, quatre. VAN, quatre. So if you notice what I'm doing here is I'm just adding 1 to 10 after 20. After 20, we are just adding 1, 2, 3, 4. Like in English, we say 21, 22, 23. Same way. Now, what is 25 called? Van, sank. Van, sank. 26, van, seas. Van, seas. 27, van, set. Van, set. 28, van, wheat. Van, wheat. And 29 is called van, nerve. Van, nerve. Just give me a second. Okay. So this is 20 to 29. How we move ahead? There is a new word for 30. 30 is called tron. 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 And after that, again, your task is simplified. You just have to add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Tron. If you notice in 21 and 31, there is ET in between. A, which means and. ET means and. But it is only in the first one. Only with 1, 21 or 31 or 41 also, if you see. After that, the A is not there. So you have to keep this in mind. Trond A. Trond the. 32 is Trond the. 33 is Trond Trua. 33 Trond Trua. 34 Trond Katra. 34 Trond Katra. 35 Trond Sank. 35 Trond Sank. 36 Trond Seas. 36 Trond Seas. 37, 37, 37, 37, 38, 38, 38, 38, 39, 39, 39, 39, and then let's move to 40. Again, we have a new word for 40, which is karon. 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 After 40, the same drill or the same pattern. 41 is karont a. Karont a. 42 is karont the. Karont the. 43 is karont trua. Karont trua. 44 is karont katra. 44 is karont katra. 45 is karont sank. 45 is karont sank. 46 is karont seas. 46 is karont seas. 47 is karont set. 47 is karont set. 48 is karont wheat. 48 is karont wheat. 49 is karont nerve. 49 is karont nerve. And 50 is sankon. 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 I am repeating how to say 20, 30, 40 and 50 once more. And ahead, of course, you can do it by yourself because you just have to add the through. Van. 20 is called van. 30 is called tront. 30 is called tront. 40 is called karont. 40 is called karont. And 50 is called sankon. 50 is called sankon. So that's about it. With this, we end the basic French course, Introduction to French, which gave you a gist to the language. And it can be a barrier to decide if you like this language or not. It can be a pathway to decide if you want to take up a bigger course, if you want to make a career in the language or learn it for a hobby. And even these words that you have learned, these sentences will be very useful if you want to speak to a native French person or speak to somebody. Or maybe use it when you go to visit France. It can be very amazing because one thing I would like to share is if you go to Europe, they will not speak English. If you speak in English, they will ignore you and go away. But if you speak French, the citizens will be very polite to you. That's all about it. Over to you, Ila ma'am.
Yeah, I have 1 second. Again, I've done a mistake. 1 second. Everyone, I've changed it to everyone. So please put in your messages now.
Can you stop screen sharing, ma'am, if possible?
I don't know who's doing this.
I think last time we were able to stop the screen sharing.
I'll do that. I can do
Hmm.
that right away.
Yeah. I hope this was useful, and I request everybody to please practice. See, my job was to teach you new words in 3 days, but the main part is starts now. Now you have time to practice because of quarantine. Many of us are at home and we have extra time. So I really request all of y'all to revise. You cannot master a language in 3 days, but if you give it 1 or 2 weeks, if you repeat everything what we have learned, I'm sure you will be able to speak it so fluently that everyone will be flattered.
Okay.
Oh, there are many chats coming in, so I'm not able to keep a track. I'm sorry. We have somebody asking how is adore pronounced. Adore in the unconjugated form is pronounced as adore. Adore. I am 44 years old. So we just learned the word for 44, number. It is, what is that? 44? 44. So j'ai 44 ans. I have 44 years. A good book for French grammar. See, honestly, I would like to tell you all that learning French is very different than learning English because the French people they believe in learning the basics of the language in a way that you should be able to read it, you should be able to speak the language, you should be able to listen to it, and you should be able to write in the language. So all the courses affiliated to France, if you do any of those courses, they do not focus on grammar. Their textbooks also will just have 4 or 5 pages in the end, which give you a brief information about the grammar. What they focus on is speaking, reading, writing, and listening. So I cannot recommend you a particular book for grammar. I already recommended a textbook Saison. That is a book that we use for teaching A1. And this is a book which is very useful if you want to give the DELF exams. There is no particular book in grammar that I could suggest because I haven't come across anything as such. Pronunciation of number 6 is sees, sees, sees. And somebody is asking for my contact details. We can maybe share it on the group if Ila ma'am permits. Again,
We'll
Bhumi,
do that later on.
yeah. Bhumi, one thing for you, she has put in all the accents, different types of E. I told it last time also that accents are a part of advanced French. It is a part of French grammar and literature. When you learn A1, you learn the use of all the accents. I cannot explain it to you in a minute or two. Krisha, if you have missed the numbers 1 to 10, I have already sent in the audios on the group. You can listen to all the audios. Oh my god, again the there's somebody asking to teach 60, 70, 80. The same drill which we learned till 50 is not used after 60. So if I teach you one word, you will not be able to do it after 50. So that is why I stopped at 50. Parisha has written a doubt about a spelling. You cannot write TES instead of TUS. It has to be TUS. It's compulsory. Okay, somebody is asking in greetings, you taught that bad is called mal. And today in adjectives, you called it as mauvais. So is there a difference? Mauvais is used with any noun. Okay? Mauvais is an adjective which is used with nouns. And mal is used generally. I am feeling bad. That time you cannot use mauvais. That time you will use mal. Mal is used overall, like how are you? Bad. That time you can use mal. But if you are describing an object, describing a person, you will use mauvais. It is a character. Yeah. Oh, Yugant has a very interesting question that in the sentence I am dash years old, why do we use avoir instead of être? So this is a question which almost everybody asks. This is an exception. J'ai dash en, literally, when you translate in English, if I say j'ai 20 ans, it means I have 20 years. The French people don't tell their age as I am dash years old, I am 20 years old. No. They will say I have these many years. I have these many years with myself. That is why we use avoir. But the meaning, roughly translated in English context, is I am these many years. Girl is called fee. Fee. And pronunciation different between il and l. Il, l. What if masculine singular has es? In the end, what will happen to feminine plural? This is not possible. Pronunciation bienvenue.
Ashni, can you just introduce them to the next levels? Because some
Yeah.
of them know, but some of them do not know what are the other levels.
Okay, sure. I can do that. So basically, we have 6 levels in French: A1, A2, B1, B2, C1, and C2. So once you master all the 6 levels, you become as fluent in French as a native French speaker. In India, generally, what you complete is B1 and B2. B1 and B2 are more than enough, even if you want to take up a job in French language, or maybe even if you want to settle in a French country. This much is enough. Again, each level takes a lot of time to complete. A1 and A2 take 3.5 months each. B1 and B2 take six months each. After learning any one level, you can give the DELF exams. DELF exams are the international certificate exams provided by French embassy. And once you give this exam and you pass it, you can show the certificate all around the world. I have completed my DELF B2 last year, and I have completed a few Cambridge courses also for the same. But even if you do DELF B1, it's more than enough. It's very good, and the certificate will be recognized anywhere. One more thing, what do we cover in A1? So A1 is very deeper as compared to what we did right now. One thing that many of us were asking, accents. Accents are covered in A1. Then irregular verbs. We did only 3, and there are thousands of irregular verbs. So more irregular verbs are covered in A1. Different types of sentences, how to form questions, how to make negative sentences, interrogation, singular, plural. Then there are different units like house. In the unit of house, you learn about your house, apartment, furniture, everything. Then in a unit of city, you will learn about your city, how to describe different places in a city, in a town, etc. You learn about weather, time, and also there are many tenses, of course. A language is going to be incomplete without tenses. So we learn different tenses. And we also learn how to describe a person's physical characteristics, maybe hair, eyes, nose, everything. So this is what happens in A1. And one more thing that you should know, that A1 or any level actually is in 4 parts: reading, writing, listening, and speaking. So, what do we cover? We cover reading, which is comprehensions. You should be able to read a comprehension and answer. Then, second is listening, where you listen to audios spoken by French people in French accent, and then you solve questions according to it. So, this practice helps you to understand the French accent very nicely. Writing, of course, writing different essays, letters, emails, articles, all of that. And the most important part, according to me, is speaking. In speaking, you learn how to ask questions from a particular word, how to describe a given picture. And the most interesting part is conversations. You learn different conversation like visiting a city, visiting a park, buying tickets, ordering food in a hotel. All these role plays are done in the class, which prepare you for real life situations. Of course, these are asked in the exam also. So this is the basic gist of what you learn and how you learn. And I'm just going through the other questions quite quickly. There are a lot of messages. French is not available in all the colleges. As much as I know, French is available in Podar. I was from Podar, so I know about it, but I don't know about all other colleges. Whoever is asking me for pronunciations, as always, I will do it in the audio. India and Mumbai are proper nouns, so you said Andhya, but not about Mumbai. Andhya is not India, it's Indian. Okay. And even though if we talk about India, name of countries differ everywhere. For example, we call France as France, but the French people called it France. So countries differ according to the accents. I think, ma'am, there are many people who have written that they want to learn the A level. Maybe we could figure out something
Yeah,
for that.
so I specifically posted on this group whether they would like to learn because I wanted a feedback which direction to move on,
That's true.
whether
Correct,
to
correct.
stop at this level or whether to go ahead. And we want people to attend all the sessions if we are
True,
organizing.
true, true.
That's very important because
Yeah.
people do register that time they're very serious and then later on lose interest. So we would really want genuine people who have the time because all this
Hmm.
requires time and effort.
Yeah,
So
that's
if you
true.
are prepared to put in that, please give your. We are going to send you a feedback form via email. Do fill. I mean, through the Google form, it will be. Please fill it up and send it back to us. And based on that feedback, we will take a decision. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Anything
there's one more.
else?
There are a few more questions
Yeah.
regarding translation. English
Ha,
to
go
French
ahead.
and
Go
French.
ahead. Please go ahead.
English to French and French to English, you can use Google Translate for translating it, but I would not recommend any app because what they tend to do is they literally translate a sentence and most of the time it changes the meaning. So if you are in a hurry and you need to use something, you can use Google Translate, but don't make it a habit. People are asking about different question words or future tense and all of that. But I'm sorry, I cannot tell you everything right now. Otherwise, the class will be never ending. It is a part of advanced French.
So those of
Duolingo,
you who are interested will get it in the advanced level French.
yeah. Duolingo, somebody is suggesting an app Duolingo, but again, I don't like it. I feel it is just an MCQ based app. You don't really learn anything out of it. You cannot learn sentences or vocabularies related to a particular theme. What is difference between indefinite and definite verbs? There are no indefinite and definite verbs. There are indefinite and definite articles. Indefinite articles are your a or an in English, and definite articles are the in English. Also, do we have to learn all the adjectives? No, not really. Not all the adjectives, but you should know basic ones. Okay, ma'am, that's it. I think we've covered almost everything. Again, how to pronounce my birthday, so and so year. All this is part of advanced French. So I cannot share all that with you right now. Otherwise, we'll never end. Everybody will have one new word to learn. So with this, we are done with the basic course. Tila ma'am, over to you.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Ashni. I think it was a fantastic 3 day session. It was just wonderful. And I think it was a feast on French. And definitely, people have to invest time and energy to get the best out of it. You definitely have to make your priorities. And we're very happy that you all were able to attend this completely. Those who have attended the 3 days, really congratulations to you all. We do understand some of you have missed on the first day, second day, or maybe either one of the 3 days. We wish that you're able to attend the future sessions uh, and make the best out of it. Thank you so much. On behalf of Matushri Manibai Shivji Devji KVO Kanya Kiranoni Fund, Ashni, we thank you for your patience and conducting the session beautifully for the 3 days. We have had lots and lots of feedback. However, I would say please continue to give your feedback because your feedback is an encouragement for this organization to continue more programs, for Ashni to also give back to the society in more different ways. So,
Thank you so much.
thank you very much, Ashni. It was a good journey of 3 days, very well spent. Thank you, everyone.